Hi, my name is Seth Perry, and my application for this course was called In Your League. The idea behind my application was that it was a Little League sports scheduler. So um, my family is very big into Little League sports. I've got younger brothers. They're very active in sports, and so my family's got to juggle a lot of these sporting events, from practices to scrimmages to games to tournaments and everything. It gets very difficult, and I think, and communication can be very chaotic because it seems like a lot of it is done sort of in a lot of different means. So there's no centralized means. It's either through email or text or in person or anything like that, and it's hard to keep track of exactly what you're supposed to when you're supposed to be where and everything. And so my application, the idea behind it was that it would be a centralized application that would allow you to really view all your events in one place and potentially in the future provide notifications to parents when events are added or updated or things like that. So the application stack for my application, the web app used Flask, which is a micro framework, um, and it's all the code is written in Python. So, and then for authentication, I used OAuth 2 with Google, um, and then for the services, I used Node.js and Express.js. And for testing, I used Mocha, Sign-On, and Chai, which are just three JavaScript testing tools that you can use. And then I know we went over a few of those in class. And then for the database technologies, I used Heroku PostgreSQL, um, and I also used Table Plus, which was a database viewer for PostgreSQL. So that kind of let me manipulate the database and view it and everything without having to sit on the command line. Um, and for actually deploying the application for the web app and the services, I wrapped them in Docker containers and then ran them on Heroku's container platform, which is really convenient and very easy. I actually had thought that that was very nice. And then for the database, I used Heroku PostgreSQL, which handled all the deployment and the hooking up to my application. It would provide an environment variable with the connection string. Heroku would do that all under the hood. So yeah, I'm just going to do a quick demo here. So we'll go ahead and log in. This account is going to be a coach account here. And so let's add a team. We'll just call it new team. So you can see we added a team there, and we'll go ahead and click on April 30th, and that'll set this time right here. And we're just going to do call the event practice. So you can see here we've got practice showing up on our calendar now, and you can add multiple different multiple different events and everything, and for different teams, and they'll all show up there as well. And then I just wanted to show you real quick here the view from the view from the parent side. So we'll go ahead and this is also how you create a new account. So this is the parent side. As you can see, they don't have anything yet, so they can come in here. The share code is how I handled setting up teams and adding the parents to the teams. So the parent gets their share code off of their account page here, and then they give it to the coach, and the coach comes in to the edit team page, and they just paste the share code in there and hit share team. And then over here, when we come back to the inbox, you can see now we've got this event right here. And so, yeah, that can happen. The parents can be on multiple teams. Coaches can be the coaches of multiple teams, and they can all see all their events right here. Further additions, I've got all of these events colored the same. I think in the future it would be good to color code them by team and to add some more information here. So to continue on here, some of the challenges that I faced with Flask, it's not it wasn't super fully featured. I felt like for web applications, it's kind of just a very, like it says, a micro framework. And so things like cross-site request forgery protection weren't built in, and so I had to build them in manually. They provided like a little snippet of code on their website for doing this, but still you had to kind of add it in manually. And, there weren't as many features as there are in some other things like .NET and things like that. And then with Heroku and Docker together, it actually kind of, I found it limited some viable database options. Since Heroku kind of runs things in a weird way where it shuts them down and spins them up when somebody tries to access them, I wasn't really certain if containerizing the database would keep it would persist the database and would also allow me to sort of get in there easily to kind of look at all of the things in the database and everything. So I think it's much more manageable maybe for something like an AWS deployment scenario, but just using Heroku, I found that that was kind of hard. And so I decided to use Postgres with Heroku since it had a lot of really good built-in functionality with Heroku. And so, yeah, that required using that, which I'd never used before, and that was another challenge that I kind of had to overcome. And so, yeah, that's my application. Thank you very much.